Well, hello and welcome to Roland's Reviews. I was going to wait and come on a little bit later, but the internet just exploded because Shedeur Sanders was finally drafted, and people are just losing their minds. And the typical race baiters they're just crying. Oh my God, the NFL is so racist. Uh, Folks, you can't make this stuff up. And so I said, let me jump on. That's why I'm on a little bit earlier than usual because they will not let it go. uh, the race hustlers, and we don't have just black race hustlers. We have them all shapes, sizes, and colors. So I said, let me jump on with this. Um, if you know who that gentleman is in the clip there, okay. Uh, I'll do the yeah, there we go. I will do the roll call momentarily. I wanted to give more people time to join in. Again, I'm not normally on uh, this early on Saturdays, but I just could not. I said, I have got to jump on and give you my thoughts because, again, the internet is just going crazy. If you're familiar with this, of course, you have to be a football watcher. Let me know. Um, I am just like, really? And of course, I am going to give you my thoughts. I'll give you my review, and I'm going to play this video from, if you don't know who Skip Bayless is, he was Shannon's partner in crime. They had their own podcast. And then Shannon Sharp, they had a falling out, and then that was the end of that. So that's just where we are with that at this point. So tell me what your thoughts are if you are familiar with this situation, because everyone just assumed because he is the son of Deion Sanders that he was going to be drafted in the first round. And so people were upset, and then every day it became a big story. People were like, oh my God, they're not drafting him. And you have all of these conspiracy theories, and the NFL has blackballed him because his father is Deion Sanders and they don't like strong black men. I mean, they are just losing their minds. So, again, I thought I would jump on. I want to know what your thought processes are. Um, and if you're familiar with this topic, please let me know. And even if you're not an avid football fan, if you don't watch football, um, it's still been all over the news. So you may, there we go, Kathy. And so you may have heard about it because, again, they're not even, the news media has not been focusing on the people who are actually um, being drafted. They weren't focusing on them. They were like, oh my God, he hasn't been drafted. And why is that? Coffee grinder, paradigm shift. Um, how you doing, love? Okay, so if you are familiar with this, with the NFL draft, if you don't know, the NFL draft has started on Thursday, the 2025 NFL draft. And everyone, again, if you're just coming in, they assumed that, oh, he's the son of the great Deion Sanders. He's going to be a high draft pick. And that did not happen. Let me do the roll call. How you doing, Coffee Grinder? Paradigm shift. I'm glad you're back. Yes, the NFL didn't drop the best quarterback until around 5, which is just crazy. Oh, paradigm shift. Okay. And I wasn't keeping up. I was just trying to keep up with who was coming to Dallas. And I would just go online. But again, some of the YouTubers that I follow, Law Nation and the Jobu Sports Report, they were keeping up. They were telling us about, the people that, the Cowboys chose. And so, again, all of this hoopla. Oh my God, Shedeur Sanders has not been drafted. So how you doing, Chicago Hood? Great. So I went on Twitter this morning because I got an alert, and lo and behold, Skip Bayless was on there, and he's accusing the NFL of being racist because they did not. Because in his opinion, Shedeur Sanders was a top 5 pick in the first round. And that's, to me, that's objective. Bach, howdy everyone. I'm busy today, so I won't have time to chat. That's okay, Bach. We're glad you're here. Hit the like button. And so I'm going to play the video. You tell me what you think about it, and then we'll go from there. Now, how many of you, type in the comment section if you are already familiar with Skip Bayless? He's this great friend of, what's that rapper's name? Lil Wayne. And he talks about basically he was raised, Skip says he was raised by a black woman and he loves black people to pieces. So anything that happens, oh, it's racist. So he is just like Shannon Sharp. They are both race hustlers when it's convenient for them. So Skip Bayless has pretty much lost all credibility. I don't know what's going on over there at Fox News. Sounds like a bunch of, as Archie Bunker would say, preverts. Some kinky stuff's going on over there at Fox News. So I don't know. Listen to this rant that Skip Bayless went off on. And then I have another one as well to share with you. You tell me what your thoughts are, and then we'll go from there. Here you go.
I am worn out from watching the first 3 rounds of the NFL draft, pick after pick after pick, starting with the 2nd overall pick. I was on the edge of my seat waiting for his name to be called because he is him. He is he. He is it. He should have gone 1st overall. And the NFL should be ashamed of itself for what it has now done over 3 rounds of the draft to Shedeur Sanders.
Now, for those that don't know, Shedeur Sanders is the son of prime time Deion Sanders. God knows he helped us bring another Super Bowl to Dallas. He is the best. He, for his position, I think his position was cornerback. He's the best to ever lace them up. He was. And he is currently the coach of the Colorado Buffaloes. I don't look at college sports, but okay. Chubbs, how you doing, love? And so, again, Chubbs, thank you for your service, sir. Tell me what your thoughts are. Any of you who know Skip Bayless, you know his track record. Now, I watch his podcast sometimes. You know, he would be on there with Shannon Sharp. Randomness has dropped the first truth bomb. Randomness, I'll let you say it. It was not racism. And let's be clear. It was his attitude. And then you have to realize anyone, and you know the Cleveland Browns just drafted him, but anyone who drafted Shedeur, they knew what was coming with that, a 3-ring circus, because of their famous football family. And so I don't think it's racism. But from my understanding, first of all, you know, Deion has a larger than life personality. And he says what's on his mind. And then I think that at the NFL Combine, I think that's where players go and they work out or whatever for teams. Deion, which I love Deion Sanders, because again, he helped us get that 3rd Super Bowl in the 90s. Deion said something to one of the scouts that was working out his son. So my thoughts are, it wasn't so much racism. I feel that they knew every team. How you doing, J Biz? Thank you, J Biz. They didn't want to deal with his father. Deion has coached his sons in football since they were born. And And I think they were just like, we don't want to deal with him. And they probably felt, he may interfere with their coaching of his son. Hit that like button, folks. Hit that subscribe button, if you will. If people would hit the like button, JBiz, Bach, Chubbs, share this out, stream out on your various forms of social media, and we can bring other people into the conversation. Thank you, Random. Random, share this on your Facebook page, love. So let me continue this rant.
I'm worn out because I'm so sickened and I'm so saddened over what this league just did to this kid and in turn to his father. I've been doing this for a long time.
Now, I'll say this. I think this was more about Deion. They did not want to deal with Deion. And they probably felt Deion would be doing some, what do they call that, Monday morning quarterbacking. Bach, yeah, ESPN sucks. They've been woke for years. CJ Parks, how you doing, love? And so who looks at ESPN anymore? No one. They are too woke for me. I don't look at them. A dude who went to Vanderbilt complaining about racism is strange. Thank you, randomness. Thank you. Chicago Hood, Victimhood Olympics. Shedeur Sanders is a multimillionaire thanks to his father. And, they have businesses, well-off media. There's no need for any of us to feel sorry for Shedeur Sanders. Now, he was picked, I think, in the 5th round by Cleveland. But again, you're saying, oh, look at what they did to this poor kid. He's a freaking multimillionaire, and I'm sure he'll be fine. Oh my God. The NFL calls themselves teaching Deion a lesson because of his impact on college football. Why of Israel? That's what I'm saying. This was more about his father than him. That's my thought process. So Skip Bayless, he's a grifter. He comes on here. Oh my God, poor little Shedeur. Look at how horribly the NFL treated him. He's a multimillionaire. His dad's Deion Sanders. Get over it. He'll be fine. I'll continue.
You can look at my track record on the draft. I'm pretty good, especially at the quarterbacks, at picking the quarterbacks. I would have taken Shedeur Sanders first overall, and I dug in on this before the college football season even started. I would have taken him second overall if I were the Cleveland Browns. I definitely would have taken him third overall if I were the New York Football Giants.
Why are women everywhere?
Right, let me get rid of this. So tell me what your thoughts are so far with what we've listened to. He went on this rant this morning. As you can see, it's about 15 minutes long. Hold on. Let me get rid of this. All right.
It was outrageously obvious that he's the best thrower of the football in the draft. He's the best pure passer in the draft. He's the toughest college quarterback I have ever witnessed. Over and over, watched every snap he took for 2 years at Colorado. The most deadly accurate thrower of the football in all of college football has not been drafted over 3 rounds. The clutchest quarterback I saw in all of college football, again and again and again, has not been drafted.
So I told you, he just went on this unhinged rant. So he keeps talking about, he may feel he's an expert. How you doing, Caesar? Thank you. So what if you would have chosen him first? You're not the NFL teams. Maga Maha made an excellent statement. No team wants an arrogant kid thinking he can't be touched because he is already set up. I'm just saying, Maga Maha. Yeah, Royal Berry. How are you? I think you're new here. Those of you who are just coming in, if you will, do me one small favor. Hit that little thumb as well as the like button. Royal Berry, he got paid for that. I know. Royal, Skip Bayless is a grifter. He'll say whatever he needs to say to get an extra buck in his wallet. He's best friends with what's his face, Wheezy, Little Wayne. People just think far too highly of themselves. Bring back humility. Yes. All right, I'll continue.
For 3 effing rounds of the draft. Why is that? Is it about football or is it personal? The NFL should be ashamed because I don't know what you want to call this. Shedeur and his father got blackballed, or if you want to call it whiteballed, call it whiteballed. Whatever it was, they got balled out. They got voted out. It's like a secret memo was distributed. Don't take him. Let's teach him a lesson. Let's teach Deion a lesson. You can't act like that. It's got to be personal because it cannot be about football.
What are your thoughts on that, folks? He is going on. I told you he's unhinged totally. Look what happened to Jim McMahon. He was so cocky, nobody wanted him, even though he had just won a Super Bowl. Yeah. Who was it to just type, bring Chicago Hood, bring back humility? Royal Berry, if you have Facebook love, share this stream out so we can bring more people into the conversation, please. Peacetime, how are you doing, dear? Hey, fam. Blessings to all. Deion equals stage mother. Yes. This was more about Deion than Shedeur. The best, according to Skip Bayless. I'm so sick of blackety black. Pick us or you're a race. Right, peacetime. Those are their teams. You can't tell them who to choose in the draft. Blackety black, right. I must disagree. Sanders is not a franchise caliber quarterback. During the last season, he never would take responsibility for his own mistakes and publicly on camera, and he would blame his offensive line. Okay. And again, I think a large part of it, all 32 teams knew if they chose him, it would be a 3-ring circus because of who he is, because of who his father is. But don't cry racism. I don't want to. He's a multimillionaire. How is racism affecting him? And just so you know, he was just drafted by the Cleveland Browns. I'll continue.
If we're just doing football, and my friend Mel Kiper has been doing this almost as long as I have. If we're doing football, Mel Kiper, who's no fool, had Shedeur Sanders ranked 5th overall on his big board, 1 notch ahead of Cam Ward. I had him first. So if it's not football, what is it? Are there racial undertones here? Racist undertones?
There he goes playing the race card. What did I just tell you? This is what happens from Caesar. When you play for your daddy your entire life, for once in his life, he'll have to really compete for a starting job. Hey, I agree, Caesar. And people just did not want to deal with to me, it was more about Deion than it was Shedeur. I've said that from the beginning. So sick of these race hustle. Peacetime. You know how, if you know anything about Skip Bayless, remember he had the show, the podcast here on YouTube with, what's his face? Shannon Sharp, before they had a blow up. Chubb, you know, if this guy is so upset, he needs a chill pill and more sleep. Right. So he pulled the race card. So listen to this.
You be the judge. Racism is so hard to sort of grasp and prove,
what racism has Skip Bayless dealt with? Type it in the comment section. How you doing, Barnes? Barnes has an excellent point. Could it be the Lord using this to refine the young man's character and motivate him to improve going forward? Yeah, Barnes, I love that. I will pin this comment. Right. If you were here last evening, I said that. Everything happens the way it's supposed to. Stop it with these racist tropes. Oh my God, I had to pin that. Barnes, yes. Toby Tyler, Cleveland got their hands full with Drama Queen. How you doing, Toby? Toby, hit the like button. Toby, if you have Facebook, share this out. Black Conservative, how you doing? That's everyone. Hit the like button. Hit the share button, please. Let's bring more people into the conversation. So type it in the comment section. How much racism has Skip Bayless dealt with? I want to know. He's a multimillionaire too. How would he know about any kind of... come on. Thank you, Black Conservative. Thank you. How is he in any position to cry racism? Oh my God. I can't do anything with these liberals. I cannot. They are too much. Toby, share this on your Facebook page, love. And those of you who are here for the first time, I'm glad you're here and I hope you enjoy the content. And we call everything what it is on this channel. If it's BS, we call it BS. All right, let's go.
It just stinks. It smells of racist undertones, of too many white people in charge in this league who just roll their eyes at both father and son at Colorado. I think it's personal because I think they said, we're going to teach Deion a lesson because you can't have a DJ in the locker room before games and at halftime. I think they said, let's teach the father a lesson that you can't let the kid make $3 million a year in college football and drive 3 or 4 different exotic cars and drape himself with all kinds of NFL style high-pick jewelry, superstar jewelry. You can't let him tap his watch. It's my time. Hey, I'm here to tell you, none of that matters. If you can play, you can play. Deion was as brash and arrogant as you could get, but he worked hard at his craft, and he was the greatest cornerback ever, and he backed it up. Nobody ever backed up brash and arrogant more than Deion Sanders backed it up.
That's the only truth in this entire rant. Deion Sanders, he talked a lot of trash, but on Sunday, there was no one on the field better than him, than Deion. He was him. I think that's the saying that they use now. So they need to stop with this, racism component, adding that as an excuse. Again, this country will never improve as long as you have the race hustlers continue to fan the flames. Everything that Skip does is to get points. So you tell me what your thoughts are. I'm just like, what are you talking about? Chubbs, explain to me why it is that when people don't get their way, they call racism. Grow up, be a man. No one gets everything they want in life. Thank you. Say it again for the people in the back, please, sir. This guy, to come on here with all these people crying racism. This guy is a millionaire. Oh, his life is so hard. He's the son of Deion Sanders. Oh my God, his life has been so difficult. I don't want to hear it. What are your thoughts, folks? No, I don't want to hear it because he's a multimillionaire anyway. He's been chosen. And even Ocho, where is his? Let me find this guy. Okay, let me tell you what he had to say. They have all these excuses as to why. Hit the like button for me, please, folks. Why Shedeur continued to fall. All right. And once I'm done with Skip Bayless, hit the like button, folks. Hit the share button for me, please. Me too, Chicago. Thank you, Lisa. How you doing, love? Let me get this race hustler going again, crying about how evil the NFL is and how racist they are. And oh my God, look what they've done to this poor kid. There's nothing poor about him. He's a multimillionaire. Stop it. Here we go. Thank you, Barnes. One of two things will happen. It'll make him better or bitter. Barnes, knowing the confidence that his father has raised him with, I'm thinking it's going to make him better. Again, we all have to be humbled in our lives. That's all of us. Every time I thought I knew everything, you know who upstairs, the man upstairs knocked me back down and said, no, ma'am, you're not all that. Get your life together. All right, here we go.
On the football field, on the baseball field at the highest level, on the track and field at the highest level. Greatest athlete I ever saw was Deion Sanders. Deion is not a detriment to his son. He is an all-time positive. Greatness flows through this kid's veins. He's it. He's a winner. He's a leader. If you spend any time around, he's really a good young man. I don't understand any of this. He did an interview. Is he confident? Yeah. Is he cocky? I don't know.
So now he said this during the NFL Combine. And I guess, prior to the NFL draft, NFL players go around interviewing with different teams. He did not do that, right? And he said there are certain teams he did not want to play for. So if you're not a winning franchise, if you have a history of losing, he doesn't want to come to your franchise. Dr. Marilyn, how you doing, love? Don't throw us all out, sis. I'm a liberal with a splash of conservatism. Oh, yes, ma'am. Dr. Marilyn, what are your thoughts on this? I'm glad you're here. And I'm not going to throw you out. I promise, Dr. Marilyn, I have other liberals who are here. You know you're welcome, just like everyone else. What is your thought process on them calling the NFL racist because they waited until the 5th round? Dr. Marilyn, you weren't here, but we talked about that. They're saying that the NFL is racist. This has racial overtones. Tell me what your thoughts are. Right, random. The Browns haven't won anything for what? 100 years probably. So, no, that's not going to fly. But tell me, Dr. Marilyn, what you think. JB is, name a player who was a millionaire entering the draft. The NFL is not ready for that. Right. So whether it works out, whether he's a success or a failure, his father's Deion Sanders. He will be fine. CJ Parks, this guy was a product of ESPN, and like always, ESPN always spews the racism card. CJ gets it. Yes, that's why ESPN has had to lay people off. No one wants to hear that racist propaganda. We're sick of it. Okay, David, that is exactly what's wrong with the world. The number one pick of the draft was a black quarterback. David gets it. David, thank you. I don't want to hear this racist crap. I said from day one, because again, they have been covering this Shedeur story. Oh my God, he's not drafted. They've been covering that more than they have the guys who were actually being drafted. And so they made it a big story. Hit that like button for me, please. If you are enjoying this, do me a favor. It won't cost you anything. Share this on your Facebook page and bring more people into the conversation. Let's see. Dr. Marilyn says, Shedeur will land on his feet. This will make him better, no doubt. Thank you, Dr. Marilyn. That's what Barnes Homestead said. And that's what I feel. We all have to be humbled in our lives. And again, Goat Club, how you doing? Hit the like button for me, please. We have 45 people in here. Only 23 people have hit the like button. Hit that like button, please. If you do that, that will trigger the YouTube algorithm. YouTube will share this video out with more people. Let's continue to listen to this nonsensical doggerel.
No, where's that fine line between confident and cocky? Can he back it up? You better believe he can back it up. He was raised around greatness, and he will step onto an NFL field wherever he goes, wherever it is. He's going to go somewhere. Somebody's going to give him some shot. Wherever he goes, he's going to step on the football field like he belongs on it. because he was raised to believe he belongs on it. As he tweeted going into the draft, I'm built for this, for whatever happens, great or bad, I'm built. He was built for this.
Want to try.
He acts like this kid is his son. Skip Bayless, stop it. He somebody please give him an Oscar, please. All right, let me get rid of this commercial.
Again, I can't go. It's obviously not a black quarterback issue because we're way past that. Now black quarterbacks aren't just the norm. They're it, man. Everybody wants a black quarterback. Cam Ward went first overall. Jalen Milroe went, what was he, the third quarterback pick. So it's not a black quarterback issue. It's a deep.
So you hear what he's, okay, those of you who are just coming in, hit the like button. Earlier, he said this has racist overtones. Now here, he's contradicting himself. He said it can't be a black quarterback issue. Sir, which is it? How you doing, Baldwin Birds? Lisa said, wow, again, dude takes a value. Lisa. Right. CD Rockin', how you doing? Could it be because he is not coachable? CD. Yes. Sometimes you fly too close to the sun and get burned. Right. CD, you're just entering the chat. Hit the like button for me, sir. CD. His Shedeur did not go around and interview with teams. He has, now I don't know about college football. I know his father coaches for the Colorado Buffaloes. That's all I know. It's been said he's not coachable. Now, he's been coached by his father all his entire football career, right? So now he's going to have to be coached by someone else. And can he adjust? Can he be that flexible? Sanders is now a backup quarterback, period. CJ, yes. Dr. Marilyn, hit that like button. We're bringing more people into the conversation. I love it. 66 people watching. Only 36 people have hit that little thumb. Come on, folks. We can do it. Dr. Marilyn, well, I agree. The NFL is racist overall. Look what they did to Kaepernick. But in this instance, I believe it's a character flaw. Maybe the teams don't want to deal with his dad. Dr. Marilyn, you just joined the chat. Doctor, I've said this. It's more about who his father is than he. I really feel that's the issue. They don't want to deal. They're probably thinking Deion's going to be doing some Monday morning quarterbacking and that his son will continue to listen to him instead of their coaches. That's what I think. Steve, only an idiot thinks they are guaranteed something in life. Steve, say it again for the people in the back. Lauren, how you doing? Sorry I came a bit late. How did you come down to the reason that his fall in the draft was due to racism? Lauren, if you don't know anything about Skip Bayless, look him up. He is the white version of Al Sharpton. Everything is right. Anytime something does not go in the favor of a Black American, it's racist. That's how Skip operates. That's just how he operates. Larry, ain't Cam Ward a black man first? Yes, Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels. Make it make sense, Larry. That he's a race hustler. He's a race baiter. Maga Maha. Why do they always go to color? They want the best quarterback when they write up the draft plan. There isn't a black check mark. Kaepernick did it to himself. Right. Look, folks, the NFL is a business, a billion-dollar business. They want the best. Skip is a hack. Yes, CD Rockin'. Yes. Say it again for the people in the back. Skip Bayless has been, if you don't know anything about Skip Bayless, I can tell you a lot about Skip Bayless. Now, supposedly he's an NFL, expert. He's a, famous Dallas Cowboy, a fan, editor. But every time Dallas loses, he's on Twitter, has his wife making a video of him taking, Dak Prescott's jersey off, throwing it in the trash. When Ezekiel Elliott was there, he did the same thing. There are a lot of people in this chat. If I miss your comment, charge it to my head, not my heart. But I'm trying to get them all. Dr. Marilyn, I've met Deion Sanders when he lived here in Texas, and he was very nice. He's confident with a little bit of flash and touch of arrogance, but overall, I think he's a good guy. Right, Dr. Marilyn, thank you. Where are we here? Peacetime. Skip Bayless. Shedeur is Black Superman. He's the best of the best, sir. Famous. Okay. Rig Poach, how are you? Wait, you're really race baiting. Rig Poach. Skip Bayless is right. I'm saying it's not race. Skip Rig. You're just getting here. I said what Dr. Marilyn and some other people said. I think it's because of who his father is. They don't want to deal with Deion. They don't want to be second guessed for any decisions that they may make in reference to Shedeur. Those white quarterbacks who got drafted before him are not better. Okay, J-Biz. And this is kind of, objective, right? He has a mid-level arm. He's slow as molasses, and he interviewed horrible from all reports. The NFL gave him an honest evaluation. Yeah, but because he's Black, those of you just coming in, Skip was like, oh my God, what the NFL has done to this poor kid. Sir, there's nothing poor about Shedeur Sanders. He'll be fine. Thank you, Tina. Welcome, dear. He'll be fine whether he's playing NFL football or not because of who his father is. And those that don't know, they have Deion Sanders and his kids have a YouTube channel. They have a well-off media, a marketing firm. So they're fine. Let me continue. Hit the like button, folks.
Deion Shedeur issue, and there are racist undertones to it. Too many white people in charge are just saying, no, we don't do it that way, Deion. We don't raise our quarterbacks that way to do those things. He was raised to be a pocket passer, a pro pocket passer, because that's what he does. And if you think he's some spoiled brat diva, just put on the tape. Watch him get sacked more than anybody in college football the last 2 years. The first year because he had a terrible offensive line. The second year because he had a slightly better offensive line, but he just tried to do too much to win football games for the father he loves with all of his heart and soul. He knows he held the ball too long occasionally at Colorado, but all he did was lead the nation in completion percentage.
Now, as we're listening to this, type your comments in the comment section, folks. Hit that like button. We have 72 people watching. Only 36 people have hit the like button. The like button is that little thumb. If you would hit the like button, YouTube would send even more people into the chat. It won't cost you anything. It's that little thumb. So hit that for me, please. CJ. Cam Ward was the #1 draft pick, and then Hunter. If my eyes don't deceive me, Cam Ward is a Black quarterback. Thank you. Mike, how you doing, love? Hit the like button as well as the subscribe button. I think you're new here. Mike Tomlin passed him by 4 times. And those that don't know, Mike Tomlin is the Black head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. So does that make him racist too? Somebody tell me. I don't know. And because he's not as good as the media wanted him to be, they hyped him up because he's Deion's son. Teams see him differently. Look, if he was great, he would have been taken immediately. Okay, Mike has a point, folks. So it's not about racism. Deion Sanders is like a Pop Warner coach when it comes to his own children. Thank you, Caesar. Lisa, learn a trade and use your head. Right. Mike Tomlin does not sign the checks. Whoop. Stop with the race victimhood. Clinton, Kildestein, thank you for joining. I can't show your message because you have the F-bomb, and I don't want YouTube to shut the stream down. Okay, and so we don't want to use that. But you said stop with the race victimhood. Okay, that's all I can say for your statement, Clinton. And Clinton, that's what we're talking about on this channel. Skip Bayless I'm not saying it. Skip Bayless, a white man, as you can see, he's the one crying racism, not me. Magamaha, so he can't scramble and he doesn't know when to release the ball, yet we should have went number one. You can't make it. Magamaha is because he's black. Get out of here with that. CJ, no Skip Bayless. Sanders held on to the ball too long and would drop back too far from the pocket. That's his flaw. Thank you, CJ. Now, I don't know. I don't look at college football. So those of you who do would know more than. How you doing, Daryl? Hit the like button, folks. Tim, how you doing? He's just not that good. The NFL is 85 to 95% black. Tim, make it make sense. This guy is talking about how racist the NFL is, and 85 to 95% of the players are black. You can't make this up. Hit the like button, folks. Hit that subscribe button. Daryl Cam Ward trumps that narrative. Right, Caesar. He got sacked so many times because he holds the ball too long. He's out big numbers in college because the offense was built around him to build his brand. Okay, Caesar. Caesar knows. Like, again, I don't watch college football, so I don't know anything about him. I just know about the draft and all the racism that they say he's experiencing. Magic, that's what we're saying. Don't be stupid. Quit your race baiting. Magic Mark, that's what we're saying. That's what Skip Bayless has always done. FSU grad. Howdy, everyone. I don't think it was racism. I believe it was his arrogance. FSU, you just came. Hit the like button. That's what we're saying. Yes, sir. I agree. Right. FSU. Pros don't want to deal with his attitude. He needed to be humble. That's what other people in the chatter said. Thank you, FSU. You're absolutely right. Yes. Baldwin Birds. Anyone that plays the racism card just wants to make themselves feel better. They love the attention. Right. All right. I'll continue with the video. Thank you. Hit the share button. Those of you who have Facebook. Hey, share this stream out and we can bring more people. That will trigger the YouTube logarithm and more people will join us in the conversation. I appreciate it. Mr. Pearson, the racism claim is so lame. Thank you, Mr. Pearson. Maybe, just maybe, he's not as good as everyone thinks he is. And college systems are a big part of success. Thank you, Mr. Pearson. Yes, I'll continue.
All he did was make clutch throw after clutch throw. All he did was run for many key first downs on call plays, on read options, on quarterback draws, and on scrambles. He's really good rolling out, throwing the football. Born to be a pocket passer. Plays bigger than his measurements, 6'1.5", 212. Just plays bigger, always looked bigger, carries himself bigger. There's nothing not to like about him. The arm strength is Brady-esque. It's, to me, above average.
Now, I don't look at college football. He said that Shedeur's arm strength is like Tom Brady's. Now, those of you who've watched him play, you tell me if you agree with that. Now, I don't look at college football, so I'll wait for you to respond to that. I don't know if that's a lie or not, because I don't look at college football. I don't look at anything college. I don't. There's a video showing Sanders running up to the crowd and flaunting his expensive Rolex watch. CJ, again, who wants to deal with that? Okay, CJ Park said that's laughable. Okay, how you doing, Alvarez? In the end, number 2 made it. Now, if he's about that life, he will prove them all wrong and has the opportunity to prove them all wrong. We'll see what he's made of. I'm rooting for him. Okay, and that's what I'm saying. And everything happens the way it's supposed to, folks. Now, FSU said he has a stronger arm than Brady. Okay, see, I don't know. And I didn't look at Brady play unless he was playing Dallas, and he always lit us up. So hit that like button, folks. If you will do me one small favor, hit the share button and share this on your various forms of social media so we can bring more people into the conversation. Let's continue with this racist trope.
Average, got no problem throwing the deepest deep ball. No problem putting a little mustard on the toughest out routes to throw. I don't know. There's nothing not to like. It's just personal against Deion and Shedeur. We don't do it that way. And you can't tell me that a lot of these white decision makers maybe black decision. I'll make this colorblind. They're afraid of Deion. They're afraid that Deion's going to come and coach his kid, that he's going to take over their franchise. He's going to take the coach's job.
That's all he had to say instead of coming on here claiming that the NFL is being racist. Maga maha. It's like this. If you go into an interview and you act like you know everything, you're not going to get that job. You have to have an attitude that you're willing to learn. He is nowhere near Brady. Maga maha, thank you for that statement. CJ Park said Donovan McNabb was a better pocket quarterback. K Supreme, two things can be true at once. Okay. Lisa, this dude should be a lawyer. Lisa, you don't know about this Skip Bayless. Ooh, he has a sketchy past. His arm is decent, not strong. However, he's slow as doo-doo, and that's the truth. Okay, Caesar, thank you. This white man reminds me of Roland Martin. Yeah, he's the white version of Roland Martin. Anything that does not go in the favor of a black person is racist. That's what Skip Bayless has been doing this for years. Thank you, Peacetime. Yeah, he's a primary race baiter. He's done this for a year. Look him up. All right, here we go.
He's going to take an executive's job. He's going to run the franchise. He's the best interview in sports. I love the man. I love what he's made of. You know, Deion Sanders has God in his heart. And I don't know Shedeur, but I'm pretty sure he's got God in his heart because he was raised to have God in his heart by mom and dad. So this is high quality, high character, big, strong football backbone. It's everything you could want. And yet this league is built on sheep think. They're all running scared because a lot of them just don't know nothing. A lot of blind fools out there running these drafts. Seriously, I've been doing this for almost 50 years. I've known so many idiots running these drafts. You look back at their picks and you say, what were you thinking? I could have done better than that.
What are your thoughts on that, folks? Tina, my first time ever seeing this white dude. Tina, I've seen this guy for several years because, again, he covered the Cowboys, my football team. So this guy, look him up. He's always been sketchy. He told this is before he really blew up really big. He allegedly said that our quarterback who won us 3 Super Bowls, Troy Aikman, said, he wrote a book saying that Troy Aikman was gay and all these things. He did that just to sell his book, and it was not true. So this guy, I have a history with this guy, and he's always been sketchy. John, this is so stupid. First pick was a black quarterback. Ha ha, stop race bait. Yes, John. John, there's 75 of us here in this chat room. We're not race baiting. I'm showing the video of Skip Bayless who's race baiting. So hey, we know it's a joke. Okay, hit the like button. If you are enjoying this content, hit the subscribe button. We'll be glad to have you. John, we agree. Caesar, the rumors is he answered his phone during a team interview and he was making personal demands. Right? No one wants to deal with that. You have to want to be teachable. Clayton, not everything is racism. What is your trash title? Clayton, it's not racism. If you have been here long enough, I'm sharing a video where this man, Skip Bayless, is saying that it's racism. That's not what I'm saying. He's saying the NFL is racist and they should be ashamed of themselves for what they did to Shedeur Sanders, who's a multimillionaire already. I'm not saying it's racist. I'm saying it's a joke, and that they really didn't want Shedeur because they didn't want to deal with Deion. Lamora, we got you in Ohio, family. They passed on a future legend. Their loss is our gain. I'm a Bengals fan, and I'm still buying a Sanders jersey. Okay, Lamore, perfect. Lamore, hit that like button if you're enjoying this content. Hit the subscribe button. Yeah, this was about them sending a message to Deion more so than his son. That's what I've said. All right, here we go.
And so they run like sheep. It's sheep think. And if, wait a second, Tennessee never even considered Shedeur? Wait, Cleveland never said a peep about Shedeur Sanders? Wait, the Giants, they passed him twice. They had 2 shots.
Clayton, if you look at the title says Shedeur Sanders fell in NFL draft because of racism. That's what Skip Bayless is saying. I'm not saying that, dear. Hit the like button and the subscribe button. CJ, a prime example is Jameis Winston. He won the Heisman Trophy, and look at where he's at now. Winston was much better. Okay, now I don't know. I've never watched him. Jello Twin, how you doing? He fell because of racism. You are crazy. The NFL is filled with black people. If they thought he was able to play at a high level, they'd pick him. Jello Twin, I did not say he fell because of racism. Skip Bayless said he fell because of racism. So everyone's coming into the chat. They're not staying around to listen. I know it wasn't racism. It was because of who his father is. Peacetime. Oh no, he didn't bring God into it. He sounds like he's in love with Shedeur. Sounds like it, or his father. David said this is a dumb. David, I can't show your statement, so don't use the S word or the F bomb. Because we don't want YouTube to shut down the chat. David, Skip Bayless, as you can see, is a white man. That's what he is saying. The NFL is being racist. Oh my God. You can't make this up.
Shots, and they said no twice to Shedeur Sanders. When we can't.
He acts like the world is coming to an end just because an NFL team did not choose Shedeur Sanders. Again, Shedeur is fine. He's a millionaire. But this guy is losing. He lost his stuff because he wasn't drafted in the first round. CJ said, why would Houston draft a quarterback? They have CJ Stroud. Okay. Caesar, he's a 5th round draft pick. He'll be lucky to make the team. Caesar, thank you for that. Again, I don't know anything about college sports. I'm just sharing this. I saw this rant by Skip Bayless, and I was like, I have got to share this. All right, here we go.
We can't say yes. We'd look like fools, right? And then the deeper the problem here is because he is the son of that man, that the deeper you get into the draft after we go through 3 rounds, now teams are going to be scared to death to take Shedeur because of the onslaught of scrutiny, the explosive, magnified scrutiny that's going to be on this kid and your organization over why did he fall so far?
The great unknown, how are you? Skip Bayless is paid to say what they want him to say. There are certain things that Deion and Shedeur has said over the last few years that turn people off. Simple as that. Thank you. Thank you. Great unknown. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. See, people who are sticking around more than 30 seconds, you see my point of view. I know it's not racist. J Biz said Skip lost a bet. Peacetime. Where are we? The one who's saying you are racist didn't watch the video where Skip Bayless said it. That's the whole reason for peacetime. They're coming in telling me I'm full of boo-boo. They're not hitting the like button. They're not listening. It's Skip Bayless. It's not me. I know it's not racism. That's dumb. Jello, the title is misleading. Question mark would be more helpful than exclamation point. I realized that was Skip's point, not yours. My bad. Skip's an idiot. Chasing Clip. Jello Twin. Thank you. He said this though. I mean, he was adamant about it. Jello Twin. Jello Twin. I don't know if you're a Generation Xer like I am. You said it. Skip's an idiot. He's always been. And a grifter. Black conservative, you need to merchandise. You can't make this up t-shirts. Now they're trying to tell Roland she has the title for her videos. Yeah. That I have it like that because that's what he said. Okay. That's what that came straight from Skip. How you doing, ALX? We need to stop with this racist to ALX. It's, you see the man on the screen. It's, in my mind, it's not racism. Skip Bayless, as you can see, a white man is saying that they discriminated against poor little Shedeur Sanders. So, yeah, those of you just coming into the chat, hit the like button, folks. However, please do not use profanities. We do not want YT to shut down the stream. So no F-bombs and things of that nature, okay? Thank you so much. CJ, I think Skip Bayless is a droopy old Goldie that needs to take a vacation. He needs to be in Shady Pines as well. Jello Twin. Shedeur's a multimillionaire. He's going to be fine. If he didn't come across being arrogant, he probably would have been picked higher. Yes, True Texan. How you doing? Everyone, look at what True Texan just typed. Skip is a joke. That's all he's ever been. He's a grifter. I'm just saying in general, the sentiment surrounding all this. ALX, this is a channel of love. Hit the like button, True Texan. Hit the like button, ALX. We know this is a bunch of malarkey. Racism is not involved. NFL teams want the best possible players on their team. It's a business, not a charity. Has nothing to do with race. If you are the best, they will choose you. They don't care if you're black or white. That's Skip. Skip's been at ESPN too long, and they are ultra woke. T-Monkey, Goofy scream racism. What round Travis go in? He went in the 5th. Well, T-Monkey, if you know Skip Bayless, you know he's a goofy. The great unknown. I like Deion and Shedeur. Shedeur got his foot in the door, and I hope he makes the most of it. Hopefully, Deion and the Sanders family will realize some of the things they said was off-putting. Great unknown. I agree with that statement. I love Deion. He helped Dallas get that 3rd Super Bowl in the 90s. But people are put off with a lot of the things that they say. That it is what it is. It doesn't have to do anything with their race. And CJ said they're better players in the draft. The great unknown says, yeah, they're good people. People just may not like what you say. And they know drafting the son of the famous, the best cornerback to ever lace them up is going to be like a 3-ring circus. True Texan said money is what is involved, plus his dad. Yes. Yes. I agree. It's not racist. It's just people are looking at the big picture and they chose better players in their eyes, right? What does that have to do with race if it's a business? They need to, and again, Skip Bayless, he's always been a race hustler and a race baiter. Those of you who don't, ask True Texan. True Texan knows I've been kept up with Skip Bayless, again, him being a Dallas Cowboy fan. Anytime something doesn't go well for a black player, it racist overtones. That's his go-to statement. Right, True Texan. KJ, how are you? It's just wild that people claim racism, but yet the very first player drafted was black. KG, make it make sense. Hit the like button for me. Hit that subscribe button if you are enjoying this content. That's why I wanted to come on. I was so sick of it. This is what, the 3rd day of the draft? Everyone was coming on. Oh my God, Shedeur hasn't been drafted yet. And they would not let it go. Has nothing to do with race. Has everything to do with who his father is and his attitude. Salty Boss, how are you? Salty Ross. Ma'am, I'm reaching out from Cleveland as a Puerto Rican, and I find more issues within my community than the outside racism. When we figure out our own community's issues, we can work on race. Salty Boss, we're saying this isn't about race. Skip Bayless is a race baiter. He's a race hustler. He's the same. He's brothers with Al Sharpton, brother from another mother. Peacetime. No one owes Shedeur or Deion anything. That's facts. That young man is learning. We don't care who your father is. Can you produce? What type of attitude are you teachable? What type of attitude do you have? True Texan. He would have been drafted in the first or second. I just think teams do not want the heat from primetime. True Texan, that's what I said. It's more about his father. Thank you, Tina. Thank you. I'll take all your terms of endearment. That helps keep me going. Thank you. JB, Shedeur needs to be himself now and ball out. He's inside the door now. Yeah, he needs to go in, work hard, and I think he will. But stop making it about race. Skip. Come on. All right, here we go.
And obviously, he's become the biggest story in the history of the NFL draft in a bad way. And so the attention focused on him is going to be so enormous, just so overwhelming that now teams are going to say, I don't want to do that. I don't want that. Leave me alone. We don't want that distraction. Now Shedeur's become the all-time distraction because they all banded together and did this to him. And now,
so again, victimhood. Okay, folks, listen to what does Skip Bayless know about victimhood? He sounds like he's been chopping cotton or something. He's this victimhood mentality is real. Oh, poor little Shedeur. The multimillionaire didn't get chosen in the first round. Oh, poor Shedeur. Get out of here. Chubbs, hit the like button and subscribe. Share the stream with family and friends and social media. Don't forget to hit the bell for notifications. Miss Rowland is on. Thank you so much, Chubby. Caesar, the Browns have more invested in Watson, Flacco, and Gabriel. Sanders will have to show something really special to make the team. Okay, Caesar, and I don't know anything about the Browns, but thank you for that. CJ, this guy Skip is about to give me a migraine. He's full of it. Okay, I'll continue.
Now nobody's going to break ranks. I tweeted about this because I don't know. I'm shocked tonight. I sat on the edge of my seat because Cleveland had 2 picks in the first, 4 in the second round. And I just thought, I was texting with my brother, Lil Wayne. We were both shocked about, obviously, last night. Nothing happened. He knows Shedeur better than I do. And he thought he should have gone first to Tennessee also. But we're like, well, now what? And Wayne texted me back. He was in Green Bay last night. And he said, well, he's going to Cleveland because they got 2 shots. No. And then Pittsburgh didn't have, obviously, a second-round pick, but they had a third-round pick. And so Adam Schefter's, before the draft even started tonight, the second round and third round, but before the second, Adam Schefter, who knows his stuff, he said, well, it feels like the floor tonight could be 83. Pittsburgh comes back into the draft at 83. Nope, I can't even remember who they took, but they obviously didn't take Shedeur. Tom Brady's team. Tom Brady, who reportedly had impact inside the franchise. He had decision-making responsibility in their draft room. Supposedly mentored and coached Shedeur all the way up. The Raiders passed on him. My Dallas Cowboys, I was just begging Jerry, just take him. You can just have him on your back burner for 2 years. Just let Dak play it out. And then you've got your Super Bowl in sight. Because Shedeur is going to be way better than Dak ever thought about being. Shedeur has guts.
So now this so-called Dallas Cowboy fan, all he does is bash our players. And he's talking about how wonderful Shedeur is going to be. And he's going to be so much better than our quarterback. He's never seen Shedeur play a snap in the NFL. Man, stop it. Here we go.
Shedeur has big game, big play capability that Dak Prescott does not have. Trust me, I'm on record. All these teams that passed him, they're all going to be ashamed and regret it ultimately, and they're going to get shamed ultimately. And I love what Deion said. When it gets this ludicrous, then it's a God thing. Then God has a plan for him, and he's going to work, God is, in mysterious ways. Shedeur is going to wind up someplace that we can't see right now. I don't know. He may go undrafted, and then will somebody allow him to come to camp?
Alex, I'm glad you said that. Skip calling out Brady like that. What a snake. Alex, do you know how many times this man has been called a snake in all the years that I have known him? I can't count that high. So strange you would call him a snake. That is what he has been called forever. Tina said, this is my first time ever seeing Skip, and it will be my last time. He's a left-wing lunatic. Yes, he's nuts. CJ Parks. Sanders is crying now because he wants to go to the Cleveland Browns if they have a better choice. CJ, yeah. Chris, how you doing? No one is going to regret not drafting him to the 5th round. Chris, thank you. Hit that like button. Chris, hit that subscribe button as well. Thank you. We'll continue.
Camp and try to win the 3rd string job. I wherever it is, whatever it is, he's obviously going to play with a chip on his shoulder. He's obviously going to be driven to prove this league wrong, which I love because it is so wrong. The NFL just looks so bad, so shamefully bad.
Ugh.
But in the end, I promise you, I feel very strongly about this. The ultimate winner is still going to be the son of Deion Sanders. Remember, I said it. Book it. And you, NFL, should be so ashamed of yourself.
So anyway, folks, you see he's talking about how horrible the NFL is. They should be ashamed. Spank said it. Skip is irrelevant, so he needs to say crazy stuff to get attention. Spank, let me know how long you've known Skip. He's been saying irrelevant things since the 90s when he first started covering the Cowboys. Again, he really blew up on in the media when he wrote that book, and to sell his book, he said Troy Aikman was gay. And so he has no credibility. This is what he does. Hit that like button. Caesar, Dak Prescott has a much higher physical ceiling than Shedeur, and so does Joe Milton. Okay, Caesar, right. Yeah, we just traded for Joe Milton. So I don't know what he's saying. If you are enjoying this content, type a 1 in the comment section. Thank you for those of you who actually stuck around to listen to my point of view, to the point of view of everyone in the chat section. Rolling reviews, known Skip way too many years. Glad he's not in Dallas Fort Worth anymore. True Texan, yes. Any of you who are Cowboys fans, OMG. He has been horrible. Joseph, the only person that should be ashamed is Jimmy and D. Haslam for signing Deion Sanders' son. I wanted him to go undrafted and see the look on Deion Sanders' face. Okay. Yeah. And who wants to feel, no one wants to feel pressured. How you doing, Edith? Into being forced into signing someone. Again, it's a business, folks. I have one more video and then we're going to get out of here. Edith, I don't have anything with him thinking his last name meant he could skip the combine and other NFL festivities. Edith said it. Hit that like button, Edith. Share this stream out. If you're enjoying this content, subscribe as well. Hi, I hope you're having a lovely day. Edith, yes. Salty Ross. All of these stories are irrelevant. Let the cream rise to the top. We'll see how Shedeur plays and leads. Actions speak louder than words. Folks, it's a business. We know that. Not who your father is. He has to go out and make his own way. Okay. Let me play. We know who this is. He's also a race baiter. I'm going to do a video on Shannon Sharpe. You know, he was Skip's partner. They were a tandem until he got upset with Skip. So this guy, Shannon Sharpe, is a race baiter. If you don't know what's going on with him, he's accusing this white lawyer of setting him up. So again, not taking accountability for what he has done, right? And the NFL executive said that Deion Sanders' son sucked and could not be professional in any way. Okay, Joseph, thank you. Yeah, a lot of people will speak as long as they can remain anonymous, but they don't want their name attached to it, right, Joseph? So a lot of people will tell you things off the record as long as you won't use their name. So let's listen to what Shannon is saying, and we know he has his own problems. He has his own problems. And again, they're making this all about race. And then there's even a Democratic is it a congressman saying the same thing. Jamal Bowman, America doesn't want to see a strong black man. What has that got to do with your NFL talent? Oh my God, I can't with these people. So let's see what Shannon is saying. Why did Shedeur Sanders fall out of the first round?
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry.
Do it, man, Ocho.
What?
If you don't go here.
I mean, he's going here. It makes sense. It only makes sense.
You heard that, right?
What are the people in Pittsburgh thinking right now? Do Steelers fans want Shedeur Sanders? Do they feel like he's the answer?
Taking a DT.
Oh, man.
So wait a minute.
Who's the pick, Ash?
If we're at 20, if we're at he was a lineman, so Cam Hayward.
You still there? But you know they play a 3-4.
So I'm going to let me get to where Ocho, he's making up, hold on, let me find this for you. He's blaming it on, surprise, racism. Hit the like button, folks, if you will. Hit that like button. And I will show you what he had to say. So we won't have to listen. How you doing, Kit Kat? Act like a professional and talk like one. No one wants a cocky thug. All right. Yeah, you kind of sort of have to, it doesn't matter who your father is. You have to make your own way. All right. I'm trying to find this for you. But yeah, that's what they're saying. They're making excuses. And here we go. They're telling you why explaining why he was not drafted. So everything is someone else's fault. Everything is racism. So let me get you here. Hit the like button for me. All right. I think I have this. All right, this was 2. Let me get you to this one right. How you doing, Daniel? Bowman is slow. Ocho, yeah. Caesar, let's keep it real. Shedeur fell in draft because Deion is not a woke Democrat in their Christian beliefs. Hit the like button, folks. I said people don't want to deal with his father. D Reels, Kit Kat, you're racist. What is it? D Reels 93. Let me see. Hold on. Let me get you to where we are here. Let me see.
There's a possibility he can still go to the Giants or Cleveland.
All right. 1 second. I just want to get you to one part. Hold on. I need to get you to the most recent one because this is what they were saying. All right. And everyone else, again, they're making it the race hustlers, the race baiters. They're making everything about race. Oh, poor little Shedeur. Oh, poor baby. Beverly, how you doing, dear? Daniel, 2025 employees think they're in charge of employees. Yeah, sometimes you have to. Hold on, I'm trying to find something for you here. Sometimes you have to bring it back down. All right. I need to get. Hold on, let me get this. Because I have it. How you doing, U.S. Army retired? Thank you for your service, sir. CRPW, how you doing? Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you have not already, let me go back to my Instagram on my phone because I just looked at it and I wanted to share this with you. Everything that Ocho was saying, which none of us agrees with. Where is it here? I just watched it and I was like, OMG, really? All right, let me find the reels. All right, hit the like button for me, please, folks, if you will. It is greatly appreciated. All right, anyway, I sent it. Let me see. And Coach Prime, if you go to his Instagram page, he's saying, God we trust. So he's taking it all in stride. But the race hustlers, they just can't handle it. And then let me get you to where Ocho. Here's Ocho. Okay. I want you to hear what he's saying specifically, not these other people here. All right. We know Shannon's a race baiter too.
Maybe. Isn't that what parents supposed to do? Put their kids in the best situation so they can succeed. So why would I, if I had the opportunity to put my kids in a situation that I think will enhance them or help them succeed, nah, I'm not going to do that. I want you to get it out the mud like I did. What kind of sense does that make?
Parents do that all the time. That's how those grandparents did. Race baiter track. Right, Johnny? That's all they do is race bait. That's what they do.
None at all.
Man. So
listen, you don't need 20/20 vision. And those in the chat, even if you don't like Shedeur, those in the chat, even if you don't like Prime, if you have common sense and you've been watching and seeing what's going on, you know what it is at this point. You know exactly what it is. I mean, it doesn't need to be said. Even if you feel the players that have gotten drafted before, if you feel the players that have gotten drafted before Shedeur at the quarterback position, even if you feel they're better, even if you do, you still know what it is. And if you don't, you're just being purposely being naive based on a personal vendetta that you might have against, the Sanders family. This has never, ever, 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 ever been done. Ever been done.
I've never seen it.
And people saying he's not good and he can't play at the next level. Like stop, man. Stop. Quarterback is one of the hardest positions to find, which is why some teams haven't had success in eons. But all of a sudden, come on now. Come on.
Shedeur even got prank called by someone pretending to be from an NFL team and said, have to wait a little longer. Man, whoever did this, man, y'all some clowns, bro.
Out of pocket.
Man. I don't even know why you would do that. I mean, at that moment, guys on edge, and you're just hoping that you get a call. I mean, that's the call you're really hoping that you get.
Yeah.
Obviously, you want to get it as early as you possibly can, but and then somebody play it on the phone. Really, guys? Come on, man. Sean Payton says he's very surprised Shedeur hasn't been drafted yet. There'll be this chip on his shoulder. There'll be this chip on his shoulder. And beware, because this guy is going to play in this league. Shedeur is in good spirits after not getting drafted in day 2. God don't make mistakes. I got faith in God no matter what.
So I just played that so you could see and hear some of the things that the race baiter. And again, if you don't know, Shannon Sharpe is a race-based baiter as well. Now the prank call situation was, someone called him pretending to be an NFL team. That was just cruel. James, Shedeur Sanders wasn't picked first round because he isn't black. James, I don't understand what you're saying, but he is black. He's Deion Sanders' son. Let me share something else with you. So I just wanted you to hear. I wasn't going to play the whole thing. I wanted you to hear some of what they were saying. I was just like, get out of here. What are your thoughts, folks? And then the congressman weighing in. I said, OMG. The simple truth is prove the people in NFL wrong, be the elite quarterback. Right. He has an opportunity to prove them all wrong. And again, I don't want to hear this whole poor little Shedeur. The NFL's just doing him so wrong. Oh my God, get out of here. Like he's a bum on the street. Come on, he's a millionaire. His dad's a millionaire. They own their own business. Stop it. All right. So can everyone see? Where are we here? Okay. Can everyone see? All right. It's not showing. Let me try it again. I have to show you this Fox News article. Let me try to share it with you again. Something must, okay, there it is. I was going to say something. I've had a few glitches today. It must be StreamYard. Mr. Do It, you said they act like it's a right. Right. The NFL's a business. And can everyone see right over here in this corner? NFL Insider warns teams of possible Deion Sanders factor if they take Shedeur in the draft. That's what I've said. It was always about him. U.S. Army, the race card has passed its prime. Get over it. No one but race baiters care anymore. U.S. Army, if you know anything about Skip Bayless, that's all he's ever done. Anytime something doesn't go right for a black person, oh my God, shame on them. They're racist. Get out of here. So look at this. And this was a few minutes ago. This was before he was drafted. And then former Democratic U.S. Representative Jamal Brown joined the debate, suggesting that reason Deion Sanders slid was because, look at this, America continues to fear strong black men. Bowman also compared the 23-year-old quarterback to former NFL star and two-time Super Bowl winning quarterback, for those that don't know. He used to play for the New York Giants, who refused to play for the San Diego Chargers after being selected with the #1 pick in 2004. The NFL doesn't like Shedeur Sanders because he wears gold chains and talks like a rapper. They don't care that he's a leader, intelligent, tough, and completed 77% of his passes with no O-line and no running game. He's entitled, but Eli Manning wasn't entitled when he refused to be drafted by San Diego. So Bowman wrote this on his X page. All right. And then here's, Jamal Bowman. He's a liberal. So, well, These are his reasons. All right. Bowman added in the video he expects the Cleveland Browns to select Sanders with the first round. And of course they did. They didn't choose him in the first round. They chose him today. U.S. Army's playing the violin. So, yeah, but these are things that they're saying. I'm like, oh, my God. So this is the title, folks. Let me show you. That was the title. This was their reasoning. Tell me what you think. Hit that like button, folks. Robert, I hope we don't hear from Roland Mark. Oh, yeah, we will. Oh, it's so racist. It's horrible. Look at what they've done to this poor kid. Get out of here. These people are nuts. You hear me? Totally nuts. Evasive Life. Cam Ward went first overall. Yeah, Nagger. Kiss the Ring. We're telling you about what they are saying. We know it was not racism. SR, ha ha ha, false. Racism, it's not racism. We know it's not racism. That's what they're saying. Let me see, Shedeur. Oh my goodness. People are not staying long enough to hear what I'm saying. They're thinking that I'm saying it's racism. So. Okay, Tina, I grew up with all colors. Right, I did too. I did too. And it's all over. Oh, he wasn't drafted because of racism. Get out of here. This is what they're saying. True Texan. And Robert Butler, you were here from Roland since he was a Dallas guy. True, you know he's a primary race baiter. Yes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. What are your thoughts, folks? And I was going to try and find something else to share with you, but Lord knows we've talked about enough. Sounds like they want black privilege to me. Okay, U.S. Army. Robert, True Texan, let's hope not. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Salty, team should release Shedeur's interviews. Salty, he really did not do any interviews. Black conservative, your title seems racist. Okay, black conservative. Now I'm the racist black conservative. Oh my God. We know it's not racism. We know what it is. People are dropping in and they're not listening to what I'm saying. Where are we here? All right, I'm trying to find that for you. Yeah, they're saying it's racism and let me see. What did he say? I'm looking for it now. All right. We know it's a business and we also know they're in it to make money. They are in it to win it. And that's the only reason they're doing it. And they're going to choose the best, but these race baiters won't let it go. And then they said that even Trump said something about they're doing him wrong. So I haven't been able to pull that up yet. I will later. But these are all of the things that they're saying. I'm not worried or fearing, oh, poor little Shedeur. No, he's fine. And again, those that don't know, how you doing, Lanita? Those that don't know, Shedeur, they have their own business as well. So they are doing just fine. Let me see which one this is. Okay. Yeah, he'll be fine whether he's playing football or not. He will be just fine. People just, they get too excited and emotional. For what? It's not that serious. All right. Okay, well, that's all we're going to do. Kevin. Oh, black conservative. Okay. I got you. Thank you. Black conservative, the title looks the way that it does because that is what Skip Bayless said. Skip Bayless just said how horrible the NFL is, and shame on them for treating this young man this way. It's crazy. So I don't know. Tell me what your thoughts are. We know it's a joke. King D, how are you? A black man was the first overall pick of the draft called Cam Ward. It's not racism. Stop. Right, King? It's not. King, you're new here. Hit the like button for us. Skip back. Let me put his picture back up. I have new people coming into the chat and they think I'm saying that it's racist. It is not racist. It is business. Let me get it back. Those of you who are just coming in, I played a clip with Skip Bayless, and then I played a shorter clip with Shay. Where are we here? Okay. Shannon Sharp, who of course is having his own problems. And everything that he's saying about what, happened. Of course, Shedeur has been chosen by the Cleveland Browns, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, they pulled that race card. Shannon Sharp, if you don't know, he's been doing that for years. Where are we? Yeah, they're it's all racism. Stephen A. Smith, he said it. King, you're just joining. King, I said it was they didn't want to be bothered with Deion. I think it was more nothing against Shedeur. I just feel that they felt, and some people in the background talking said that they felt they would have to deal with Deion, and a lot of NFL franchises were not willing to do that. And they probably thought that would affect the coaching of Shedeur. Maybe, he may not listen to the coaches because he's still listening to his father. So that's what this is all about. Let me share this let me take this down. So here on this channel, we're not saying it was racism. Right, Beverly? They chose him today in the 5th round. U.S. Army, Stephen A. Smith is lower than whale crap. I can't argue with that. I will not argue with that. He's another grifter. One day he's a Democrat. The next day he's a Republican. I don't listen to anything that guy says. It changes every day. God is good. Right, King D? Everything happens the way it should. King D, hit that like button, dear. Hit that subscribe button if you are enjoying this content. Thank you. So again, they pulled let me play this since we have new people in here. I'm not playing the race card, but Chad Johnson, Shannon Sharp, they definitely did.
Find yourself uncomfortable, even threatened, when the likes of the Sanders family walk into a room not asking for a seat at the table, but daring to bring their own. Deion.
So this is what they're saying. Again, Shedeur had his father's head coach throughout his entire football career. Thank you, King D. Thank you. You're listening to an audio. So, sometimes people will talk to you off the record. So people talked saying, some of the people behind the scenes in the NFL were saying, we don't want to choose him because fill in the blank. And I said, day one, it was never racial. I said they did not want to deal with Deion Sanders. They probably felt that. James, isn't Shannon Sharp? Yes, James. Shannon Sharp, the race hustler, race baiter, he's got his own problems going on. He's got 50 million other problems, if you know what I mean. Well, it started as 10 million. She wanted 50. Oh my God. So listen to this crapola.
Find itself uncomfortable, even threatened, when the likes of the Sanders family walk into a room, not asking for a seat at the table, but daring to bring their own. Deion, Shedeur, this family has refused to shrink to fit the confines laid out for them.
So again, America's, fear of a black man, and because Deion won't bow down. Steve, racism. Steve says, so what does the first 3 picks of the whole draft being black? Steve, we know it's not racism. These race baiters, these race hustlers, that's what they're saying. We think it's a joke. It is a joke. Hit that like button, folks. Hit that subscribe button for me, please. We're just laughing at it because we know it's a joke. Steve, look at my other videos here. You'll know racism is an excuse for failure. That's all.
Understanding how good.
So let me get this started for you. Hold on.
Obviously, the year that the 11, 12 years I did play. And
this is Chad Johnson talking.
I've never seen nothing like this myself. Obviously, I know I only played a short time, but I've been around long enough to know. Obviously, the year that the 11, 12 years I did play, and all the time I've been retired and enjoying the game and watching it from afar and understanding how good players are, regardless of what scouts may say. The eye in the sky doesn't lie. I watched Shedeur play from high school to college at Jackson State to what he was able to do at Colorado. I want everybody to understand that you're never bigger than the program. You'll never be bigger than the program no matter who you are. And they will show you, they will always remind you at any given time, if at any point you think you are bigger than the program. And that is all we're seeing. That's all we're seeing right now. Joe, that is all we are seeing right now, regardless of who you are. There's some things I think Prime might have said. I don't want to quote it, but where he said it similar to.
There's some places I don't want to go. We're not going to go.
Bingo. What Archie Manning said when it came to Eli. Same thing. No different. Anyway, I got something today I really want to read. Chad, I want you to listen to me real quick. I'm not here to stir up. I'm happy for everybody that got drafted. I want you to listen to something that was sent to me on Instagram. Chad, y'all stay with me real quick and just listen to me very, very closely. What we are witnessing once again is the machinery of a system that has never quite known what to do with a free black man, much less than a free black family. The NFL, with all its pageantry and power, finds itself uncomfortable, even threatened, when the likes of the Sanders family walk into a room, not asking for a seat at the table, but daring to bring their own. Deion, Shedeur, this family has refused to shrink to fit the confines laid out for them. And so the machine does what it has always done.
So you see the victimhood, right? Making Shedeur, making Deion, again, both multimillionaires, making them the victim. The big bad NFL. How dare they? All right, here we go.
It seeks to diminish, to distort, to remind them and us that there is still a place for black folk. It is not at the head of the table. But the tragedy, you see, is not in their refusal to bow.
They're calling it's being called a tragedy that he was chosen in the 5th round. Moronic talking points. Yes. Saying it's how is it this guy's a millionaire. How is that a tragedy? Stop it. Oh.
But is in the nation's fear of Black excellence unchained? The fear that has always been the real danger, not the power of our stride, but the shadow we cast when we stand upright, unafraid, and
Why are women?
Okay, let me get rid of the commercial. U.S. Army says apparently there's something behind the scenes about him if his playing is so great. Well, again, U.S. Army. People, any team, now we know it's Cleveland, that chose him, they knew they were going to have to deal with his father. And I just think they were like, nah, I don't want to do that. All right, here we go.
Apologetically ourselves.
Yeah. I was talking to my sister. She said, well, you think Shedeur? I said, Libby, I'm gonna be honest with you. If he don't go in the second round, I think he might slide out of the third.
And we know he did. I think he was finally chosen in the 5th round. How you doing, James Vanderbrink? These are people who know nothing about football, trying to equate everything to their own limited, nonsensical view of the bigoted world they live in. James, that's an excellent point. James, they make everything about victimhood. Everything is someone else's fault. White supremacy and racism is the problem here. The big bad NFL. The NFL track record on drafting players is proof that the experts know about as much as the casual fan. Their success on quarterbacks is even worse. James, woo! James is telling it. James, hit that like button, love. Hit that subscribe button. Yes, you are right. Yes. But James, I don't look at college football. Maybe you do. What are your thoughts? Is he a good player? James, you missed it. I played Skip Bayless. If you know who he is, he's white. And he's a primary race baiter. He's saying this is all racist. The big bad NFL did this horrible thing to this poor kid. U.S. Army. These idiots won't recognize that the owners and coaches make the decisions, not the observers. Right. So listen to this.
It's all a game. It's all a game.
Look, Ocho,
It's a game.
your draft story, my brother's draft story was a lot different than mine. My brother didn't have to wait long. First round, 7th pick, boom, he gone. On a plane to Green Bay, boom. Second round.
Hey, with red flags, with character issues, school to school, bounce from over and over. Why'd he go here? Why'd he go here? Bad. Still, second round. We taking a chance on him. There ain't no off the field issues with Shedeur.
Nope.
No issues, no nothing. Oh, he's arrogant. Oh, he's
good. Great.
I have a question. What was Johnny Manziel?
Give you one better. Baker Mayfield.
What was Baker Mayfield?
So then these race baiters, these race hustlers, now they're starting to talk about some white quarterbacks and who had some character issues. So again, that has nothing to do with Shedeur. Again, this isn't about race. This is about, they're like, oh, we're going to have to deal with Deion. And they didn't want to. It's not because he's black. Come on. They need to stop this. It's because, they weren't sure if he would be coachable or is he still going to continue to listen to his father. What does that have to do with race? How you doing, CO8? If he declared last year, he would have been a third. Oh, really, CO8? See, I don't know. I don't look at football. I don't look at college, so I don't know. But those of you who've seen him play, you tell me. I haven't, because I don't look at it. All I look at is Dallas Cowboy football, and that's enough. And if NFL keeps going the way they're going, trying to make it all pay-per-view, I'm not even going to be watching Dallas play. Forget it. And I hope those of you who watch the NFL, I hope you can see where they're going with this, with Amazon and Paramount. You know it's all going to pay-per-view. So that's when I'll stop watching it. Just like they're doing the same thing they did with boxing. So we have to start paying for it. When it's not on the regular channels, you can keep it. What are your thoughts, James? James, James has something to say about Skip. James says, Skip Bayless also ranted for a year about Tim Tebow being a great quarterback. James, I have forgotten about that. Yes. I'm a Broncos fan and I love Tebow, but he struggled to say to me, James. Yes, I remember that. He, according to Skip, Tim Tebow was the next coming of John Elway. Tell it, James. Thank you. William, there are players right now that aren't out of players that aren't out of high school, and scouts are selling them as future players, and the parents believe they're going to be rich. Yes, James. Yes, they're making this victimhood. No, it's personal. They're like, oh, can we coach this kid? NFL does that, Miss Rowland. They will lose a lot of fans, just like Chubbs. I love my Dallas Cowboys, but I will, if they're already playing on Amazon Prime. They also have games on Paramount Plus. If it's not on one of the 3 networks, I'm not paying. I watch the replay games on YouTube. I'm not doing it. You're just trying to bilk Americans out of as much money as possible, and I'm not going to do it. No. James, thank you for bringing that up. I had forgotten about that.
Okay, now, what I will say, when it comes to college and you watch film, that motherfucker, I'm sorry, Johnny Manziel and Baker Mayfield, boy, they played what they were absolutely awesome.
Yes.
But again, you can't take away what Shedeur was able to do at a Denver, Colorado team that won 1 game. They come back the next year with Shedeur, win 4, and I'm not sure what their record
4 or 5.
was.
I think they won 5, and then the next year I think they win 9.
Yeah.
I want to buy your.
Folks, let me get rid of the commercial. Tell me your thoughts. Let me get rid of the commercial. Hold on. Okay, here we go.
And his game is not indicative of the type of bravado. What?
Okay, y'all, look.
Okay.
I see a.
So let me do that. So tell me what your thoughts are. Folks, let me see. Let me catch the comments. I can't believe they're calling the NFL racist. Everything nowadays. Yes, Tina. James, Russell Wilson was drafted in the 3rd round behind 6 other quarterbacks. Among them were such NFL legends as Brandon Weeden, Ryan Tannehill, and Brock Osweiler. James is dropping the knowledge. Oh my God. William, Larry Holmes fought more free championship fights than any boxer before pay-per-view took over. William, when I was a kid, and I hope this happens to the NFL, when I was a kid, boxing was big business, okay? Big business. Everyone watched it. Then it all went to pay-per-view. Someone type in the comment section, what happened to boxing as a sport? Tell me. U.S. Army says, sounds like a bunch of crybabies. Yes, just because you're good in college, you may not be good in the NFL. Chubbs. Yes. Right. This kid's a millionaire, whether he's successful in the NFL or not. They have their own media merchandising company. It's called Well Off Media. You can Google it. Yeah. What are your thoughts? So whether he's a success or not, he's still a success. He's Deion Sanders' son. So stop it with the poor kid crap. Skip. Black conservative, Tom Brady. Tom Brady was what, in the 5th round? He's not the only player who's fell in the draft. These guys, right. They're just making it about race like they do everything else. If something doesn't go the way they wanted to go for a black person, it's white supremacy and racism and discrimination. That's all they have. And it's not true. So tell me what your thoughts are. Okay, James has, it must be a football fanatic. James says Tom Brady was a 6th round pick. He won more games than Shedeur against better competition and would have been out of the league in the first year, but Belichick kept him as a 3rd quarterback. Okay, James, I didn't know that. Okay. William, quit watching boxing when they started. Right, William. They're nickel and diming Americans to death. And when it's all on pay-per-view, which that's where it's headed, because Amazon, they just signed this great big contract. We know where it's going. That's fine. But I will not be a participant. And the NFL will fall just like boxing did. No one's paying all that money. Stop nickel and diming us to death. We're paying for enough as it is. I just won't watch. I'll watch the right greedy promoters. Yes, Caesar. And then all the money they were trying to bilk the Americans out of. No, I'll watch the replay. It's not that serious. I'm not paying them anything. Black conservative. Brady was selected 199th overall by the Patriots in the 6th round. Oh, he was okay. Brett Favre was traded by the team that drafted him, the Falcons. Okay, that's right, James. I remember that. I remember some of this. Wow. I have some football fanatics here. Now, I can tell you everything about Dallas, but these other teams, it's a little sketchy. I don't remember quite as much. James, Aaron Rodgers fell to the bottom of the first before he was drafted to replace Favre, who he backed up for the next 5 years. Okay, James, thank you. Okay, you guys, some of you are dropping some knowledge, some truth bombs that I have forgotten about because it's not the Cowboys. All right, so that's all I wanted to share with you. We know the race baiters had to have a reason. Racism. Thank you, Black Conservative, for the info. Beverly, I agree, Roland. The NFL is being greedy. Shame. Pay-per-view is going to hurt them. Yes, I'm not paying for it. If it's not on one of the 3 major networks, forget it. Again, all the games wind up on YouTube anyway. I'll watch the replay. I'm not paying for that. No, I'm not. Oh, William, the San Francisco's. Okay, I didn't know that. How you doing, Jermaine? Chubbs, if you've seen Terry Bradshaw like I did, you would have never thought he was as good as he was. Wow. Oh, wow. Okay. So we're going to get out of here. And this is what I have to say to the race baiters and the race hustlers who are saying that the NFL is racist on how they're treating this poor little Shedeur. Oh, poor baby. Everyone see my meme that I have up? A violin is playing, and you see Viola Day. That's my thought. Thank you, Baldwin. Stop it with the race baiting. Stop it with the race hustling. It's none of that. James, Jamarcus Russell. Thank you, James. Wasn't he like the biggest bust in the NFL? Drafted number 1, bombed in the NFL. Some folks think he's the biggest reason that the CBA included a rookie salary. Okay, James, I didn't know that. I mean, I knew he was a bust, but I didn't know that. Okay, it had anything to do with that. Okay. All right. This has been informative. And I appreciate all of you who joined the chat and shared some knowledge with me. Again, I just know about my Cowboys. I don't know so much about these other teams. You too. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. James, share this stream on your Facebook page, love. And I'll be live tomorrow, 4:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you have not subscribed, please do so. It is much appreciated. Caesar? said boxing is still my number one sport. I'm 58 years old and I'm still training. Oh, okay, Caesar to this day. Okay, Caesar. I loved when I was a kid, the Thriller in Manila. I remember I was a kid, but everyone was looking at those fights with Howard Cosell. I remember that as a kid. Yes, yeah. Everyone having a wonderful evening. Black conservative, yes. This is the meme I show you when I just don't give a care. I don't want to hear their lies, their race baiting. I don't want to hear it. I'm sick of it. That's what's wrong with this country. Stop it. Everything is not tied to race. Stop it. Where are we here? You too, Chubby. Black conservative. I love this one, and of course, Homer fading into the shrubs. I love. Let's see where we go here. So yeah, we have a lot of people who subscribed today. We would have had more if people had just stuck around. They thought I was saying that the draft was racist. They didn't stay more than 30 seconds to actually hear what I really said. To actually hear my point of view. They looked at the title and just said, "Oh my God, this woman's on here talking about the NFL draft was racist." All right. Well, all I can say is I wish nothing but the best. How you doing, Levi? Hit the like button for me, love. I wish nothing but the best to Shedeur and his family. And I'm sure he'll be fine if he's willing to listen. If he's willing to be taught and coached, he'll be fine. And again, if football doesn't work out for him, he's already a millionaire. Give me a break. I'm not playing my violins. I'm not crying for him. He'll be fine. Thank you, Tina. And that's just, it is what it is, folks. The world will continue to spin, you know. All right. I'll let everyone go. Now here you go again. You say you want your freedom. Well, who am I to keep you down? Nepotism messes with people, but he has potential for, yeah, Levi, they want the best. That's it. So I'm going to let you go. I enjoyed all of you. Levi, I think you're new here. Hit the subscribe button and come back tomorrow at 4:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you again, all of you, for joining me here on the Roland's Reviews YouTube channel. And you know where I'm going now. I'm going straight to the comment section and I will talk to you. How you doing, Hodler? Hodler, it is not racism. That is what Skip Bayless said. If you know who Skip Bayless is, he did the podcast with Shannon Sharp, who has his own problems right now. He said that it was racism. We know on this channel it is not racism. They did not want to deal with his father and some other reasons. Okay, Caesar, you too. It was not, let me say it again, Hodler. It was not racism. That is what the statement that Skip Bayless made. He said it was racist. We know it is not. Is that clear, Hodler? I got that straight from Skip Bayless. He accused the NFL of being racist. Yes, Levi, yes. Yes, Ball. Yeah, people are coming in saying that it's clickbait. That's what he said. And I can't put his name in the title. YouTube only lets you type in so many words. Hodler, oh, you got it, Hodler. Okay. Hodler, it's not racism. Hodler, all you have to do is watch some of my other videos. I've said it several times on here. Racism is an excuse for failure. And we don't accept it here on this channel. Oh, Hodler said crystal clear. All right. Hodler, all you have to do is check my other videos. As a matter of fact, before I go, let me drop I can drop some of my life. You will know where I stand, dear. Let me share this video that I did on Jim James Fish Fry Clyburn down in South Carolina. You will see where I stand. Hodler, here you go. Levi, I think you're new here. Hit the like button, love. Hit the subscribe button. Leave comments. I will respond, I promise. Did you get it, Hodler? I exposed the Democrats, their liberal lies. I expose all that on here. Levi, oh, excellent statement. Levi, let me read this before I go. I have to read this before I go. Race is a tool used by Satan. We are all the same in spirit. Levi, I had to hit the truth bomb on here. Hold on. Let me get this. There you go. Hodler, yeah, first time here. Oh, cool. Thank you. Check it. Yes, I just dropped it. I exposed the liberal lies of the left loonies. Thank you. Hodler, leave me a comment up under any of the videos, and I promise I will respond to you. Thank you so much. Yeah, hit the subscribe button. I call it as I see it. As a matter of fact, let me show you Jasmine Crockett, another race hustler, another race baiter. Black conservatives at 100. I just dropped another link. I exposed Big Tish. I've done a video. I need to do another video on her because it looks like she's on her way to jail too. So I expose all of the leftist loonies. That's what we do on this channel. So Hodler, I hope you enjoy it. And leave a comment. I promise I will respond. And I hope to see you tomorrow at 4:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, too. We welcome you all. We welcome everyone. So I'm going to end the stream, right? And, oh, Levi, I like you, too. Let me do this. Levi, check out check out some of the links I dropped. You'll see where I stand. I dropped a couple of links. Check out my live. I primarily go live. Check out my live videos. I have everything on here from Michelle Obama, Big Tish, Al Sharptongue, the NAACP, the Congressional Black Caucus. I have it all on here. All of their dirt, all of their chicanery, all of their money laundering. It's all here. Just check the videos. Okay, Levi. That's what we do here. We expose. Oh, you like that? Yeah, Al Sharpton. Yeah. They're race baiters, race hustlers. That's how they make their living. They try to keep Americans divided and separated so that they can keep their checks coming. We call out their nonsense on this channel all the time. So I hope that you enjoy it. All right. Levi. Sell out. Yes, they are. I pay them no attention. They want to keep the checks coming. So we have to say, no. So anyway, I'll go now. Robert, deport Skip Bayless. He should have been deported 40 years ago. He's got that guy. Oh my God. What a grifter he is. He's always talking about how horrible white people are treating black people. Man, shut up. He'll just say whatever for a view, for a click. They are more like the Samo to the Uncle Toms, which are the actual good people. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to the comment section. I'll talk to you there, Levi. Thank you for subscribing. We're glad to have you here. Yes, Black Conservative, type in Roland's Reviews on Facebook. I don't have an X under Roland's Reviews. I've been trying to join it, but I'm on there under Lynn Siebert, but I'm trying to get Roland's Reviews on X. But I am on Facebook and Instagram. So, yeah. So thank you all. And I'm going straight to the comment section now. Thank you so much, Isaiah. Love you too, dear. I'm coming to talk to you all now in the comment section as I end this stream. Thank you so much. I enjoyed this. All right. I'll see you in the comment section.